Greetings, adventurers, and well met Master of Dungeons here on the Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. It is Sunday evening. It is time for episode 33 of Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. Our characters are here, ready to go. Dantashin is back. Has got pretty much a full ear now. After
I
surgery.
hear you now.
Yeah, there you go. He's not wearing his headset tonight because he did have surgery on his ear, so he's taking a break from using his headset for a little while to let that heal. Welcome back. We're glad you're safe. We're glad everything worked out. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So yes, we are playing, since we do play Adventurers League rules on Sunday nights, we are going to be switching over to the new rules from the Player's Handbook, 2024 Player's Handbook. Not a whole bunch of changes in the day-to-day, the actual normal mechanics of the game, a few terminology changes here and there. Everyone go ahead and start with Heroic Inspiration.
Heroic.
And the new rules, if you are a human, you do, after a long rest, get your Heroic Inspiration back automatically. But I use inspiration as a storytelling element anyway, so all the players, as long as they're doing something cool in combat or protecting a companion or have a great idea, have a chance to get their inspiration back, and perhaps maybe even the party's inspiration back as well. Some of the spells have changed a little bit, shocking, or what was it, Chill Touch? Phelix is now an actual touch spell.
Yep.
A few other things. Currently, they have the players, all Adventurers League players have 60 days from the release of the Players Handbook 2024 worldwide to convert their characters over to the new rule system. We got Phelix and Hannibal pretty much changed over, ready to go. Ulmor and Shae, we still haven't. Shae's the NPC, so I really don't have to do much for her. But Ulmor will be changing him over sometime this week. His character is a Path of the Totem Barbarian from the 2014 rules. And the 2024 rules, that new subclass is called the Path of the Wild Heart. So we're going to be changing that up over this next week, so that way he's up to date, ready to go for that next week, as well as his College of Lore Bard. Since we haven't updated that yet, we're going to go ahead and use the 2014 rules for now for his character, and then we will change that this week and get him updated as well. That being said, we might have a little bit of a stopping and starting tonight, a little bit here and there, as we are double checking all of the new rules. Just like anything out there, that's one of the reasons why I say for anyone that wants to become a dungeon master, you don't have to know all of the rules all of the time. It's okay to stop every once in a while to check them out, as long as the flow of the game doesn't really get hindered as much tonight. It might a little bit, just because we are playing Adventurers League rules. Adventurers League rules are rules as written. We might miss one or two tonight. That's okay. Once we play it more often and get more of a sense of the rules and become more familiar with the slight changes here and there, the situation will, the speed will pick up of the play. But let's go ahead, before we start, let's switch over here. Before we start play, let's go ahead and reintroduce the characters to everyone. Remind them of who you're playing. Make sure to include the mechanics of your species, class, and level. So it's now called your species instead of your race. And make sure to give us your background and any pronouns that might be different from your own. Go ahead and let's begin with Phelix.
I am playing Phelix, the Lightfoot Halfling Order of the Scribes Wizard, level 9, with the Urchin background, still using that background from the original book. Halflings are lucky and brave. Let's see, what does luck do? I roll a 1 on a d20 test. I can re-roll the die and use the new roll. Brave, I have advantage on saving throws. To make or to avoid or end a frightened condition, I can move through the space of creatures that are larger than me without it being
Difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain. That's the words.
And that is actually real quick. My apologies for interrupting, but that is one of the updates that we will be using tonight. In the 2024 rules, your allies are no longer difficult terrain, so you can move through each other's squares without imposing extra movement penalties.
Whoa.
And naturally stealthy. I can take the hide action even when only obscured by a creature that is at least one size larger than me. That's a lot of creatures.
All right, thank you very much,
And
Felix. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think much has changed as far as being a wizard goes. Memorize spell. I can, whenever I finish a short rest, I can study my spell book and replace a spell with another one that's in my spell book, one that I had memorized for the day.
Excellent. All right, thank you very much, Felix. And then we have Hannibal.
First thing you notice, 2024 Dwarven Monk still has an amazing forest of perfectly groomed chest hair. Monk, I think one of the bigger changes we saw is my dark vision goes out to 120 feet, and using the Blessing of Dumathoin, I get to see full Technicolor dreams in the dark.
Let's change that on your token while I'm thinking about that.
Let's do that. The Monk no longer channels Ki. The Monk channels Focus. I get to get it back once per long rest at a whim. When we roll initiative, I can choose to get all my focus points back, which is great. I love spending those focus points to...
But if you do use that ability, you do have to take a long rest before you can use that ability again, right?
Yep. Once per long rest. No longer have proficiency in my battle axe, but my monk weapon still lets me choose battle axes as my weapon. I think still burn focus points to do flurry of blows, and I can also do it to swing some stunning strikes, although that's been a little bit softened up.
Plus, you
but
don't
we'll
have
still
to attack if you want to use your bonus action for flurry of blows now. Used to, you'd have to take the attack action. Now, you just have to use that as your bonus action to flurry of blows. That's pretty cool too.
That is very cool too. So I will do my best to keep my 4 friends safe with me. 3 friends safe with me. Sorry. Sometimes you got to be your own friend as well. And I think that's about it. Some things changed, some things haven't. The chest hair is still magnificent.
All right, thank you, Hannibal. And then we have Ulmor. Now, I will point out for you, Ulmor, something, and the viewers as well, it might be a little bit different. If something is not in the 2024 rule book, you will use the 2014 rules. Like, for example, in the new 2024 rulebook, they took out all of the half species. So in the rulebook itself, there's no half orcs, there's no half elves in those games, or in the rule set for 2024. If you want to use the half orc or the half elf or any of the other half races, you do refer to the other books from the 5.0. We're calling this 5.5. I don't know if anybody else is. That's just what I'm going to call it. I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people are going to be just saying 5.5. But like, for example, if Ulmor wants to rebuild to be a full orc, they can do so, or they'll be able to go ahead and maintain being a half orc and just use the 2014 rules for the half orc in that situation. But go ahead, Ulmor.
Okay. Yes, I'm playing Ulmor Wakefield. And he is of orcish heritage. Let's just call it that. He has the skills of a bard, and a lot of skills that he's been focusing on are the skills of a barbarian. His demeanor is somewhat cheerful when he's with his friends, but he has a bit of a temper when it comes to being challenged by others, especially if it's happening. He walks into a tavern and someone challenges him, and he will definitely accept the challenge, whether he should or not. It's not always the best idea, and he likes to, use that as a way to get in a fight sometimes, to kind of test his mettle, if you will. Sometimes his friends don't particularly care for his decisions because to him they're the greatest decisions ever. But he isn't the brightest of I guess you would call him the brightest of students, but he's learned a lot, and he's really loyal to his captain on the ship because he is a sailor background. But now that he's on land, he's loyal to his friends most of all.
All right, thank you, Ulmor. And yes, Ulmor does have a wisdom and intelligence of 8. So Dodson does a very good job of trying to not meta and make decisions that the character would make. So keep that in mind when we're playing. He's not being goofy. He's role playing the character very well. And all the players are doing such with their characters also. All right, so they're also joined by an NPC. They do have a cleric, a Twilight Domain cleric that travels with them. Her name is Shaelren Moonrise. She is a, as I mentioned, Twilight Domain cleric, follower of Saluna and Illustrae. And she does her best to try to keep them alive. Although the last few sessions, she's been kind of getting herself into a little bit of trouble, thinking she's a little bit better with weapons than she actually is. So that's been getting them into and out of some predicaments as well. The characters, when last we played, had returned from their excursions into the Tal Hundredth and finding these shards of this Shattered Obelisk. They had went into the Crypt of the Tal Hund and also made their way down to Gibbet Crossing, which used to be an old Underdark trading post, where they discovered a lot of information that there's a place called Elithanok deep below Phandelver, where it seems that there are some mind flayers seeking to want to perform a ritual that will even start turning those on the surface into mind flayers as well. When they returned to Phandelver, they did note that 3 of the prominent NPCs that their characters have met and worked with in the town had also started being affected by this energy. One being Sister Gabriel, who is the clergy in charge of the shrines to Tymora. Halia, who is the leader of the Lion Shield Coster. Actually, no, not the. She's the. Is this Lion Shield Coster? She's in charge of?
Aaliyah?
No, she's Miners Exchange. Miners Exchange.
Miners Exchange.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Ander works at Barthen's Provisions as at the counter there. And the characters were able to subdue them, and finding out there was a 4th infection, that of Wheel of Fortune, the tiefling bartender at the Sleeping Giant Tavern. But Wheel of Fortune had not been suffering the effects, basically rattling their minds and causing them to be aggressive. As a matter of fact, Wheel of Fortune seemed to be a little bit more fortune-telling, as it were, a little bit, and helped the characters realize that they had discovered a sinkhole in the cellar of the Sleeping Giant. The characters had returned to their home, which was the former abode of Thorgrin, or not Thorgrin, Thorgrin, a former adventurer who had a home kind of underneath the ground, where they discovered that some of those obelisks were trying to be stolen, and they were able to fend that off and secure the obelisks, and have taken their long rest and are preparing, I should say, to head down into the sinkhole beneath the Sleeping Giant. Does that sound about right, gentlemen?
That does.
Sounds right.
Yes, it does.
All right. So, is there anything that you would like to purchase here in the town of Phandelver before you head down into the sinkhole? Do you want to pick up any more sets of manacles? Do you want to refresh your healer's kits again? You've been. I believe you already split up the coin from last session as well.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
And then, so if you want to purchase any more, again, you do have the shared campaigns handout in your journals. If there's anything else you want to pick up coin-wise, or I should say like potion-wise or spell scroll-wise, and take care of before you leave. I don't know if Phelix wanted to purchase a spell scroll of Lightning Bolt and scrap it into his spell book.
That's too many spells to prepare at level 3, though. So
Fair enough. So go ahead and make any of those purchases, and when you're ready, go ahead and give me a ready check in the Roll20 chat.
Off the top of your head, do you know if Healer's Kit changed in 2024?
I do not believe it has, but I can go ahead and check it out for you.
10 uses. I've been marking off a Healer's Kit every time we use one like a dope.
I thought it was 3 uses, so yeah.
Now, 2024 rule or 2014 rules is 10 uses, yes, and we'll double check it here in the 2024. It's a utilize action. Expend one of its uses to stabilize an unconscious creature that has 0 hit points without needing to make a medicine check. It has 10 uses still, yes.
All right.
10 uses.
Okay.
I've been marking a kit off with each use.
Oh, goodness.
No problem. Oh, we gotta change my...
It's only 5 gold apiece, so it's not like it was an expensive habit.
Right. You have been getting plenty of coin. So Shae will pick up a couple of... She has a lot of coin that she hasn't spent anything on, so she will go ahead and pick up a couple of potions of greater healing, and she will pick up a couple of spell scrolls. And to start your journey down into the bowels of the Underdark, she will use 2 4th level spell slots. Let me double check to make sure what this spell still does. Make sure that it is still 4th level. A little slow in Roll20 this evening. We are using the new jump gate, which is still in an experimental phase. But with the 2 scrolls and her 2 4th level spell slots, she will cast Death Ward on all of you.
Death Ward?
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. All right. Death Ward in the new 2024 Player's Handbook. 4th level still, yes. Cleric and Paladin. Duration is 8 hours. You touch a creature and grant it a measure of protection from death. The first time the target will drop to 0 hit points before the spell ends. The target instead drops to 1 hit point, and the spell ends. Spell is still in effect when the target is subject to an effect that would kill it instantly without dealing damage. That effect is negated against the target, and the spell ends. All right, seems like everyone's ready to go. You can hear my familiar mewing in the background. She's just trying to find me. My wife will probably find her, take care of her. She's just fine. But making your way over to the sleeping giant, you do make your way down into the cellar, and you can see that Greta and Gwen Orsong, as well as a couple of the other townsfolk, have moved aside all of the barrels and such like that were kind of blocking the vision, your sight of the sinkhole, and have cleared it out, and the sinkhole is there, ready for you to enter. And you can looking down in there with your 120-foot dark vision now. You do note that it does seem to slowly start to slope down, almost winding from looking down from above. You see that it starts to go down slope slightly at first, and it seems to bend around.
With the sinkhole, is it a really steep slope? As far as walking down, will we have to slide down, or is it?
No. As a matter of fact, you do note that there does seem to be a little bit of note of passage. Things passing down into the sinkhole.
Okay. All right.
If you want to give me a survival check, you can check to see if you might be able to recognize any of it.
Sure.
And not with a 5.
No. No.
But if the monk would like to try, Shae will cast guidance on you as a reaction. Nice.
Oh.
Well, it would be a survival check. We'll still let you keep that same roll, though.
Okay. And guidance is D4, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always, I don't know why I have to ask every single time.
Nice. So dirty 20 without your adjustments. Looking about, you do see that there are some goblin tracks and shuffling a little bit. And you do note that there are some human footprints are visible, as well as a few other humanoid tracks as well. And they do seem to go around the bend down below.
I guess we head on out.
Go on down, sure.
Okay. As you start traveling down, the footprints are visible for the first, several hundred feet as the chamber or as the tunnel continues to wind its way down. Every once in a while, it levels off for a brief bit, and then a couple of times here and there, you have some small drop-offs of maybe 3 or 4 feet, which you're able to easily descend. You do note that all of the tunnels all around you are made of rough and natural stone. Do also see that there are patches of pale phosphorescent fungi that kind of illuminate the tunnels as you're traveling here and there, casting it to a purplish light in certain areas and the greenish light in others. The tunnels themselves are about 10 to 15 foot in height as you're traveling. They rise and fall with some stalactites hanging close to the ceiling, a few stalagmites here and there traveling along the ground, passing through these tunnels. And you definitely get the feeling that this is a fairly long descent. Oops. Some of this stuff actually doesn't link to handouts in the adventure anymore.
A long descent.
Go ahead and give me perception checks. Now, what I was going to ask you, how are you traveling through these tunnels?
I'll let Hannibal go first.
Okay, Hannibal leading the way.
Sure.
That's how we've been doing it, and I'll follow up.
Okay, and
Are we
then Phelix and
singing?
then... So Hannibal in the lead, then Ulmor, then Phelix, and then Shae run.
That's about right.
Sounds good to me. If it sounds good to you guys.
Since you're not carrying any light or anything like that, you're not really going to give yourselves away other than just your normal travel. But you do hear something up ahead, Hannibal, and there does seem to be some sort of opening to a little chamber up ahead.
I'll signal to the other 3. There's something up ahead. Sneak along.
Okay, go ahead and
Yeah.
give me a stealth check. Are you wanting to accompany him, Ulmor?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check as well.
Shit.
14.
Okay. See if that's going to send me to a different one. Yes, it is. Okay. All the rolls are no longer connected to. They take you to an outside tablet or a tab in your browser. As you sneak around the corner, you see a recognizable creature kind of turn to look your way. And you see a couple of other creatures that you have not encountered before. But I believe you have encountered this creature before, if I recall. You do recognize it as a demon. And the other creatures. Oops. Look like that.
All right.
But unfortunately, they have noticed you. So give me a moment. I'm going to go ahead and bring you over to a new map. I am going to have to, since this was this map itself was not set up for these encounters. I did throw a map in here real quick that I did set up with some fog of war. So I'll drop your characters over there, bring you over there shortly, and reveal the map for you.
Okay, sounds good. No worries. I'm going to be looking up some features in the new player's handbook to see what has changed with my character since I've yet to update him. So yeah, that changing from Path of the Totem Warrior to the Path of the Wild Heart. It says barbarians who follow the path of the Wild Heart view themselves as kin to animals. These barbarians learn magical means to communicate with animals, and their rage heightens their connection to animals as it fills them with supernatural might. And before I had the path had connected me with an elk and a wolf. The elk had given me faster travel, and the wolf had given me I was able to track and move faster when stealthed up. But let's see how it is now. I can cast Beast Sense and speak with animals, but only as a ritual. The Rage of the Wilds allows my rage to tap into the primal power of animals. Bear, eagle, or wolf. Okay. Aspect of the Wilds allows me to gain an option, either an owl's vision, panther's climb speed, or a salmon's swim speed. Interesting. I like that one.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and move you over here to this. We're going to go ahead and turn off the fog of war just to make it a little bit easier for this tunnel fight. Hannibal coming around the corner. You and Ulmor trying to sneak around. Were not successful as their passive perception was able to pick you up. You see the creatures everyone should be able to see, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Go ahead and select your tokens and please roll initiative.
Oh.
Nice.
Whoa.
At the top of round one, Sharon really isn't aware of what's going on yet, so she's going to go ahead and step forward 5, 10, kind of seeing what's happening there. She is going to she's going to use a free use. Actually, go ahead and remove your temporary hit points because she's going to go ahead and use her free use to pull up her Twilight Sanctuary as her action. Since you have had a long rest since the last time.
No, we got into some fights against invisible somethings and haven't rested since then. The stalkers, the invisible stalkers in our little home.
Everyone had a long rest, as I said at the beginning of the session. Started off the next
Oh,
morning.
okay.
Yes.
Oh, I thought we were going down the same night. I must have messed up.
No worries. And Fingers redeemed that the monster is going to slip at the beginning of combat and start prone. So Sharon brings that up as her action. Hannibal, you are up.
Does she roll for that? No, never mind.
Oh, at the,
Oh,
at the end of her turn, yeah. Let me go ahead and roll that for you. D6 plus 9,
Greedy players.
12 points. So you gain
Awesome.
12 points at the end of your turn, or I should say, gain 12 temporary hit points at the end of your turn. So Hannibal, you're up. That creature slips on some of the rock and dust.
Awesome. Seeing him slip and fall. 5, 10, 15. I think I can fit in here and still hit him, right? We're gonna take a swing.
No, that would be around the corner. Remember? No talking. Yeah. There you go.
All right. We will hew at this poor fellow on the ground. Thanks for that, Fingers. Hope a 22 hits.
22 will hit, yeah.
Coming back around again with Hugh.
A 16 will hit as well.
Oh dear. Okay. Let's start this new rule set outright. We're gonna do 2 unarmed flurry blows, 2 punches.
Focus point, and yes, 19 will hit as well.
We're gonna go for a focus point spend on stunning strike. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Go ahead and roll your damage first, though.
Yeah. Thank you.
There we go.
And then my second punch.
A 19 will hit as well.
Excellent. And who's next? I will encourage Phelix to do his best. And that will be my turn.
All right, Phelix.
All right. I can see this thing here. I don't know if I can see anything else. I don't know if I can see this one.
I would say you can see the edge of it. If we can draw a line, basically, from we'll snap to the corner.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
one corner of your square and see a corner of their square, you do have some line of sight. I don't believe that's changed in the new rules. So you could target this one down here if you wanted to.
All right. Well, I was just going to come in with a nice, simple fireball. I'm going to try and not hit Hannibal. I think I'm going to move up anyway to here. That's 5, 10, 15 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
That lets me see this one up here as well.
Mm-hmm. This one's up on a ledge. You can see that's about maybe 5 feet or so. So it would be difficult trying to climb up there if it comes to that.
Yeah, we're going to pull a fireball. We're going to try and put it right there. And it should be able to miss Hannibal with it.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
What you got to do?
And then, we know that that's a demon of some sort, and we're not going to use fire against demons because they're from hell, and that's fiery. I have Spirit Shroud, so I'm going to use radiant damage.
Okay.
And
your spell save is a 17.
that is correct.
All right, attempting for the Bulgura. It will fail. Oh, did you roll the damage for the fireball, please?
I didn't. Yep. There we go. I'll just do it at level 3.
Nice.
24.
Then we will check for the troglodytes. one in the middle will fail. And attempting for the last one, he will succeed, but he might as well have failed. Anything else for Phelix?
I'm gonna move back to where I was, and because halfling speed have gone up to 30.
Yay!
And it's 15 feet of movement back.
All right, Ulmor.
All yours, buddy.
Well, after enjoying the blast of heat flowing through the tunnel there, I just kind of step up like, well, Hannibal, I think Phelix has stolen the show here. And as I chuck a javelin up on this little ledge towards this guy.
Okay. That will hit. With him having 1 hit point, your javelin skewers him to the skull and he falls to the ground dead, taking you out of combat.
Minus the rage, of course. I'll take that off. I didn't rage.
No worries.
Sometimes I forget to uncheck my rage button. He always wants to rage.
Let me go ahead and do this. That was just round 1. There we go. Everyone is up to 15 temporary hit points at the end of their turn. And you'll have those until you lose them or take a long rest. I believe that's the same rules for temporary hit points. And double check. Temporary hit points last until they're depleted or you finish a long rest. They don't stack as normal. And not hit points for healing. All right, pretty much the same rules. So go ahead and put 15 of 15 in your temporary, in your red bar, your token.
Okay.
And you can continue the journey. Unlike these, I just put this map over here for any of these tunnel encounters. The only branches that are off are just small, slight cracks that you can, with your dark vision, can see that they don't go very far, as it's just pretty much one single tunnel traveling down into the Underdark.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
location that we came down is pretty much like right near where Phelix is. Sort of a
Again,
sinkhole.
this is just a map. This is just a representation. You've been traveling for an hour. This is actually not the actual map. They don't have a map for the tunnel encounter, so I just pulled out this tunnel map for us to use.
Okay.
For those, but it does. Yeah. It did. This was after about an hour of travel.
Okay.
And since you're moving at a normal pace, so far, like I said, you've really haven't noticed any more of the signs of the goblins or the townsfolk that were in their charge. But again, as I mentioned, it is just a single tunnel, regardless of what's on the map here, to start moving through. Feeling you're moving to Lower Destin.
Sounds good.
Okay,
so were the monsters? Were they doing anything? Was there anything of interest, or they just happened to be wandering through?
They just seem to be wandering through, looking for some sort of fight.
Oh, okay. Well, Phelix gave it to them.
Felix the tank.
But traveling for the next hour or so, you really don't come across anything else of note. Traveling for about another hour through the tunnels. Go ahead and give me another perception check.
Oh dear.
Yes, for Hannibal, who is in the lead. Nice, Hannibal. Again, since you're not stealthing, coming around the corner, no one's going to be affected by any sort of surprise condition. I'm just going to move you here to kind of represent moving around the tunnels. We'll take that off of Shae here.
Isn't surprise different now? Like disadvantage?
Well, no, it was always disadvantage on initiative checks. But
Okay.
to know what the new rules of surprise are, if creatures caught unawares at the start of combat, the creature is surprised, which causes it to have disadvantage on its initiative roll. And then we can also look at combat surprise. If combat is surprised by combat starting, the combatant has a disadvantage on their initiative rolls. And I don't think there's anything else to it. It used to be that you would not be able to use any actions or reactions on your turn. But I don't think that is a thing now. It's just something in initiative. Doesn't really say in that section.
No more surprise condition or anything.
Cover, ranged attacks, melee attacks, opportunity attacks. Yeah, it doesn't mention anything in that particular thing about surprise. So for now, we're just going to use it as a disadvantage, which was the same from 2014. And we'll put Phelix down here as well.
Oh, there he is.
And again, creatures you do recognize yet again. As you did fight some of them in Gibbet's Crossing. Some creatures are looking for food. Please select your tokens and roll initiative. Put one up over here.
Oh. Damn it.
Wonderful random encounters.
Yes.
Good
Nasty bad.
old school feel. Dungeon crawl. Oof. Not so good for Shae this time around. Hannibal, you are the first coming around the corner. You do notice the creatures first.
All right. Guess I'm going to skirt up to this one. Oh, shit. Where was I? I was there. 5, 10, 15, so 20. Just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go Beyblade style and just grab that hue and start swinging. Chubby Checkers doing the twist.
Twist.
Ugh.
Fortunately, a 12 will hit.
Oh.
As it is pretty much just, a squishy brain with a beak, right?
Yep.
For 13 slashing. Nice. Attack
And,
number 2.
Yep, repeat with you. Nice.
All right. Seems to take the damage normally.
I know Phelix is doing our heavy lifting here, but I'm going to burn a focus point. 9th level Flurry of Blows. Can't wait till we hit level 10. I get my 3rd punch in Flurry of Blows. It's going to be amazing. 1.
Go hit.
2.
Double hit. Ooh, nice.
I'll bow to my partner, and I'll bow to the party, and onto Ulmor, because I don't know what they are, but onto Ulmor.
All right.
Do this.
They are up next. The 3 that are on Hannibal, they do have multi-attacks, so they will attack with its tentacles and with its beak. The one that you attacked first is going to attack you back with its tentacles. AC of 22, Hannibal.
Sure.
I need for you to give me a Constitution saving throw. You'll take 7 piercing first, and then a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution. Womp.
You are poisoned for 1 minute, and the poison target is paralyzed and can't repeat this and can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. But wait, you are a dwarf.
Poison, yeah.
So read the new condition for the dwarfs for the new player's handbook.
My roll 20 tanked and closed, so let me try to find it again quick.
No problem. I can look it up while you're getting loaded
let's
up
start.
there.
Dwarven Resilience, you have resistance to poison damage or advantage on saving throws to end or avoid the poisoned condition.
All right, so that advantage gives you a 22, which means you do succeed. You still take the 7 piercing.
Yes.
But you are also grappled.
So warm and cozy.
And it can't use its tentacles against another target while it has you grappled, but it does, of course, have advantage on its beak attack. Its beak attack will miss with an AC of 15. The one to your west is going to attack you with its tentacles. AC of 20 for
That hits
12 piercing. And please go ahead and give me another Constitution save with advantage.
We the people of the United States of America.
23 works. Don't forget to take all of that off of your temp hit points first. So far you've taken 19. So you've actually only taken 4 real damage.
Thank you.
Then it will attack with its beak. You are as well grappled by that one also. It crits you for 15 points. So you've taken an actual 19 regular points.
Yep.
Actual points. And then the last one to the northwest of you will attempt this tentacle attack. 16 will miss. Its beak attack. 13 will miss. And then we have the one on Ulmor. Will miss with its tentacles and will, I believe, hit with its beak for 8 piercing, since you are not yet raging. That is the bad guy's turn. Ulmor, you are up.
Okay. Well, Ulmor says, "Ow." And immediately starts to rage.
All right.
And with his rage,
Now we will use the new rules for rage,
okay.
which are actually really cool for you. What you do now for rage,
All right.
we'll pull this up for ourselves and the viewers as well. Rage feature, player's handbook, 2024. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. When you make an attack using strength with a weapon or honor of strike and deal damage to the target, you get a bonus to damage from your rage. The rage damage is still the same for both charts. You can't concentrate on spells. You can't cast spells. Now, here's the difference with your rage now. Your rage lasts until the end of your next turn, and it ends early if you don heavy armor or have the incapacitated condition. If the rage is still active on your next turn, you can extend the rage by another round by doing one of the following. Make an attack roll against an enemy, force an enemy to make a saving throw, or use a bonus action to extend your rage. And your rage can last up to 10 minutes now instead of 1 minute.
Oh, nice. Okay. So to extend it, I just
Attack.
attack.
Or if you don't have anything to attack or can't force anything to make a saving throw, like if you want to use your shield bash, that would force
Yep.
something to make a saving throw. So that would, extend your rage. That's still using your bonus action, but you would still be allowed to do that. All right, so you are raging. Go ahead.
All right, swinging away.
Are you attacking recklessly?
Definitely.
Okay.
This first one, anyway.
Well, again, that's a thing too with a reckless attack. But if you attack with your first attack each turn, that you decide if you're attacking recklessly, and if you are, then all your attacks are reckless.
Okay.
22 will strike true.
All right. 9 and 6.
And you note that the creature's not immune to the poison damage. And what is your rage damage as well?
Okay.
2?
2, yeah. Sorry, I need to cut that back on. 2.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, and your next attack.
I'm just going to click this to see what. Yeah, there we go. Next attack. Boom.
23 will hit. For another 17 points. Nice.
All right.
Anything else for Ulmor? Bonus action used. Both attacks.
Bonus actions used, both attacks. I will move. No, I can't really move around him, can I? No. He's got me blocked.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you could squeeze through here.
Okay, I'm gonna
We'll
squeeze
make that
through.
difficult terrain. So you can spend 10 feet of movement to move into that square, and you can move out of it without a problem.
Okay. And I'm going to go there.
Okay.
And I'm going to, since I'm raging, I'm still focused on this one. He wants to run up to Hannibal to help him, but he's focused on this one because he wants to smash it in turn.
All right. Phelix will be up, but before Phelix goes, we do have an ad break getting ready to pop up. So what we're going to do is take a small little break, use the restroom, stretch your legs, grab some snacks, refresh your beverages, and we will see you on the other side of the ad break. So stick around. We'll be back in a few. All right, we're back on this side of the ad break. I'm sorry about that. That ad break started a little later than what it was supposed to. I have a timer set up for them, so we make sure that those of you that might not have a sub to the channel, won't miss any of the action. But here we're back in the tunnels, the journey through the deep and the Underdark, heading to Elithanok. It is still the first round of combat, and we are around to Phelix. So Phelix, you are up.
All right. I am going to cast Chromatic Orb. I'm going to cast it at this one that's right in front of me.
Okay.
Um,
And you can easily ascertain from your location that the creature did take the poison damage that Ulmor dealt with the spider staff.
all right. And poison is one of the normal types that I can choose from, so I will do that.
My apologies, Sheaves.
Oh. So I will make my attack roll. That's a 28 to
28 will
hit.
definitely hit. And what type of damage are you
All right.
doing? Oh, actually, it's
You going
changed
to-
now, hasn't it?
It's changed a little bit. So I'm not going to be able to use the base where I normally would roll damage, but so I can choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. I'm going to do poison because we know that works.
Okay.
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 3d8 damage of the chosen type. If you roll the same number on 2 or more of the d8s, the orb leaps to a different target of your choice within 30 feet of the target.
Nice.
Make an attack roll against the new target. So instead of rolling the dice the normal way,
No,
the other way.
we can actually still see your die roll. So go ahead and roll the die, and then we'll just hover over it. It'll show us what your roll is.
Oh, okay. I did not realize that was something it could do. So that one. Submit.
All right, so 16 poison damage. And if we scroll over that 16, you can see that you rolled an 8, a 6, and a 2.
Which none of those are the same, so no jumping for me.
All right, and that will take 16 points of poison damage. It is still up.
And then as my bonus action, am I 10, 20? I think I am within 30 feet of Hannibal. I am going to pull Hannibal towards me using my telekinetic shove.
Okay.
5 feet to get him out of those grapples.
Unfortunately, that's not going to move him out of the 5-foot reach of the creatures. You actually have to move him out of the reach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you can still get him back a little bit, which is actually obviously Sharon's going to be happy about him being closer.
And I will end my turn there.
All right. That brings us to Shaelryn. She is going to step in front of you with her mace and her shield drawn. She is going to cast a concentration spell targeting her, Ulmor, and Hannibal. Let's double check that spell in the new rules just to see if anything's changed from it. Plus up to 3 creatures within range, within 30 feet. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, that adds a d4 to the attack roll or save. Yep, so we'll do the same, and Bless will act as normal. So I'm going to put up concentration on her. Oops, wrong button. And then Hannibal and Ulmor, you are also blessed as well.
All right.
That is the end of the first round. Back to the top of the round. Hannibal.
Oh dear. I think I'm gonna do some punching or some axe swinging. Starting on the blue one.
Okay. That will hit. That will kill that one.
Nice.
Yay, hooray. All right, I'm clicking all over my token. There we go. Drop the blue one. All right, second swing. I turn to look at the red one.
Okay.
Give him a little haircut, I hope.
That will hit as well.
Stop. Take a minute to focus, and I will throw I'll throw a flurry of blows at red.
Okay. Nice. Congratulations on the gifted sub, Thundercat.
Nice.
Minus 11. And then your second unarmed strike from Flurry.
So close. All right, and while this one's all wrapped around my neck and giving me the love hugs, I'm going to yell down to Ulmor, you need me to help you with that one down there, or are you good? I'll pass the torch.
All right. This creature is going to move over to here. This one is going to stay put. It is going to roll a D4. On a 1-2, it will go after Ulmor. A 3-4, it will go after Shae. We'll go after Ulmor. All right.
The Sentinel still? Oh, I can't. Never mind.
Let's go to the one on Ulmor. Tentacle first. Even with advantage from you attacking recklessly, a 10 is going to miss. Then its beak attack. An AC of 22 will hit, but you are raging, so you will only take 3 piercing damage. Take those off of your temporary hit points first.
Yeah, don't be like Hannibal.
Well, I already did it once. So.
Well, no, that was actually the damage you've taken that you have on your real hit points was actually before you got your temporary hit points.
4, thank you. Okay.
Awesome. Then the one that already has Hannibal and its tentacles cannot attack with the tentacles again because it's still maintaining its grapple, but it does attack you with advantage with its beak. AC of 23 for 8 piercing. And then the one to the north of you is going to attack with its tentacles. AC of 22 for 8 piercing. And then another DC 11 con save with advantage since you are a dwarf. And you do have Bless.
Yeah, hopefully it all clicks through.
Nice. Natural 20 with a +3 from the Bless. You are not paralyzed. Its beak attack with advantage now misses. So let's put a green marker on that guy up there to the north of you. Go and add a green dot to yours. That way we know both red and green have you grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Ulmor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Ulmor looks over his shoulder and says, no, that's okay, Hannibal. I'll come up there and help you with those after I take care of this one. And I'll swing away with the spider staff.
A 12 will hit.
Okay.
That will finish that one off.
And I'll move up here. I'll kind of give him a little elbow real quick, kind of, hey, told you. And I'll swing at the one directly ahead of me.
Nice of you to show up.
11 will miss. But don't forget you are blessed, and it's not showing your bless
Oh.
on the attack roll.
Oh, yes. I forgot to check that.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag.
A 12 will hit.
Oh, great.
For 15 more.
Yep.
Any bonus action?
Sure. I'll attempt to smack him down with my shield. I'm going to use my shield and kind of turn towards this one.
Okay.
Try to knock him.
Knock it prone.
Yes.
Nice. Congratulations, Zargon Tavern. Ooh, an athletics. Oof. That's a big athletics check. It will fail. Unfortunately, it is immune to the prone condition.
Ooh.
Well then. Enter.
All right, Felix, back around to you.
Fireball.
Use all those resources during this 14-mile trek down in the depths of the Underdark.
Uh-oh, I can't. Oh, there we go. Okay. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, let's move to here. 20 feet.
Okay.
Toss another chromatic orb. Yeah, why not? 18.
That will hit.
Also doing poison to this one.
Okay. 12 poison is enough to finish it off. So Hannibal is freed from the grip of the red one.
Yay. One more Christmas tree.
Any bonus action?
Yeah, I'll do another telekinetic shove on Hannibal and pull him hopefully out of the grip of that one this time.
Unfortunately, it does have a reach of 10 feet.
Of course it does.
Right? All right.
Yeah, and then I'll just move another 5 feet over just to be a little out of the way.
All right, as she runs up, she's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's going to swing her Lightbringer. We will add the D4 after the attack. We don't need to. She hits. For 10 damage to the undamaged creature. And then she is going to use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on Hannibal. Now, healing spells in the new rules have changed. They actually heal more. So Healing Word in 2024, actually, I believe it does 2d4 plus the spellcasting ability modifier. So we'll add an extra d4 to this since we don't have it set up as the new rules aren't really linked to the tokens yet.
Oof.
Oh, it is. It did roll the extra. Nice. So that would be a total of 10 points back.
Whoa.
Ooh, Zargon just gets it. What? What is going on?
Madness. Level 5 is going wild.
Holy smokes, Zargon. Thank you so much. That's amazing. That's a bunch of extra free ones too, because it is September, which when you get 5, you get a 6th one for free. That is an awesome one. Thank you very much, Zargon. That's really, really kick-ass. Ooh. Morgoth, yay, you got one too. Very cool. Rockmore got one. Nice. Talos. That's so appreciated, Zargon. Very much so. My goodness, what we get to level 5 on a hype train? That's insane.
That's
No doubt.
you don't see that very often.
Zargon is the VIP tonight for sure.
I've actually never seen that. In all the other channels, I've never seen that.
Why don't we give Zargon something free redemption from the power-ups and rewards and such? Pick one of those in there, Zargon. If you go down to your gold pieces at the bottom of the chat, you should be able to should pop up some of the things you can choose. And we'll give you shoot. We'll even let you allow the players to have a long rest after this combat if you want. Totally up to you. All right, and Hannibal, back around to the top of the round. You are still grappled as the creature was still within 10 feet of it.
So now I can't move back, right? I'm grappled.
Correct.
Oh, so Phelix pulled me away. Now I can't hit anything.
Hey, it's learning. It's sometimes like these situations, you do pick those things up. Yeah. You
I'm gonna throw a dart at Phelix.
I was gonna say you got to dart it up, but you throw Phelix instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna dart this bird brain.
Don't you have like? Do you have like any sort of misty step ability or anything like that from the monk? I wasn't sure if you had anything like that. I don't know if Step of the Wind was actually just giving you fly speed or if it allowed you to teleport.
Don't believe it does.
Oh, thank
Can
you
you
for
try
sharing
and
the bits. Very much appreciated, Morgoth.
Could you try an escape attempt since you don't need to
yes.
attack to do the
Mhm.
to do your bonus attack?
Yeah, that's true. It is a DC 15 strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics. And using the new rules, just as Felix is saying, you could use your your action to escape. Then you can move up there and make your bonus action flurry of blows.
All right, well.
And She's is giving you advantage on your escape attempt.
Nice.
Well, shit, I was going to use my heroic inspiration since Phelix inspired me, but Sheaves, hell yeah. I will, yeah, that I saw in the new rules you could use strength or
Athletics.
dexterity, so that's,
yeah, athletics
yep,
or
so I'm using acrobatics.
Okay.
Um,
And you are blessed with advantage.
Blessed with advantage. I don't see bless going in on this, but we'll try it.
Oh no, blessed wouldn't. You're right. That's right. That's right. It's because it's a skill check. But 15 is exactly what you needed. You are free from the grapple.
Oh shit! I'll take the token markers off later.
You're fine.
I'll move back up. So that escape was both of my attacks because that's my action.
That would be your action. Yes, since you're taking the escape action.
All right. So the bonus action, I'm gonna definitely burn.
You get to see the brand new rules right in play with the monk right off the bat.
I'm gonna go back for the unarmed strike, flurry of blows.
Natural one, unfortunately, will miss. But the 17 will hit. For 6
And I'm gonna make that one a stunning strike and drop another
key point.
Yep. Focus point 2 down. Stunning strike. Click on the.
Once per turn now, yes. One instead of every, as long as he had key points, he can only do it once per turn now, unfortunately. But still must make a con save. What is your DC save on that?
16.
Oof. It has disadvantage because fingers gave disadvantage to the creature. It will fail. It is stunned until the start of your next turn this time. It used to be till the end of your next turn, but it is now until the start of your next turn. The creature is stunned.
So everyone else gets the benefit, but I don't. That's okay.
Doing your part for the team.
That's it.
Oh, it's showing that we did make our goal for sub points. Very sweet. It's just turned into a great night for everyone. That's awesome. Thank you all so much. The creature is up. It's stunned. It can't do shit. Ulmor, you're up.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely step back and use a basic underhanded swing like a golf swing with the spider staff. Trying to hit it right in the beak.
That will hit. Now let's check out the new rules. I'll actually update your conditions, your conditions handout here within the next week.
Okay.
We'll have to do that for the Tuesday group as well. So we're going to go to conditions here. We'll check stunned. I do believe that stunned, it's going to pop up a new tab for everyone. So we'll just check what it says on stunned real quick. There we go. While they have a stunning condition, you experience the following effects. You are incapacitated. You automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. And attack rolls against you have advantage. So we'll come up here real quick to the incapacitated. This is the cool new glossary that they have in the back of Player's Handbook now. While incapacitated, you can't take any actions, bonus actions, or reaction. Your concentration is broken. You can't speak. Okay, so it's not like paralyzed. So you don't automatically have a crit hit, but you still have advantage. So go ahead and roll your normal damage. So 11. And then your second attack had advantage. That will hit as well. For 13. Nice.
I elbow Ulmor and said, I softened it up for you. Too bad you couldn't finish it off.
Anything else?
Yeah, he says, Hannibal, I'm working up a mighty thirst. After this, we'll have dwarven brandy at Zargon's Tavern. How about that? And
Nice. Any bonus action?
Nope.
All right. Phelix. Go step around there and stab it with your dagger.
Go punch it.
You
You and Shae might be able to finish it off with your attacks.
It's incapacitated. It can't hurt you.
I could stab it with my dagger. Let's see how much movement I got. Let's see. It's 5, 10, 15.
Keep in mind, you
Cool.
can move through your companions still without any movement. Well, you could always before it as it was, yeah.
Dagger.
With advantage.
I think this might be a first.
Oh!
It's a crit.
Oh no! Yes.
Oh, it didn't did it give me the?
It didn't give you the extra D4. Go ahead and roll an extra D4. It is not resistant to normal weapons, so it's going to do full damage. 7 points.
Another one.
Not too shabby.
Nice.
All right, and then I'm going to take a step back.
Okay. And Sharon is up. She's going to swing Lightbringer at advantage. But she does get an extra D4, which still is not going to help. For an 8. Hannibal, it is no longer stunned at the beginning of your turn, but you may now finish it off.
You got this.
All right.
Hannibal.
Look it in the eye and say, hey, welcome back. Q.
That will hit. Killing the creature. That is exactly how many hit points it had remaining, taking you all out of combat.
Womp womp.
Estimation-wise, I mean, with Hannibal being a dwarf, and I believe you also have a compass, don't you? Your common compass, common magic item? Your
I
orb?
do.
I believe it was the orb of direction, right?
Orb of direction.
Mm-hmm.
Being that and having that and being that you're a dwarf, you feel that you've probably journeyed about 2 miles underground so far. I mean, it's been winding. The distance traveled on foot is probably about 2 miles. You know, like from where you entered into the tunnel and got down to this area might be like maybe 600 yards total from as the crow flies from point A to point B, but it was actually 2 miles kind of winding down into this tunnel. Do you want some rest? Do you want to do anything, or are you just ready to continue on?
How's everyone doing for spells and stuff? But should we think about a rest, or get some not key points, but focus back or anything like that. We can do some short rest.
Actually, because of Zargon's gift, remember, we said everyone would get the benefits of a long rest.
Long rest. Awesome. Okay, so Ulmor takes out his handy haversack and pulls out a small table.
The benefits of a long rest, that doesn't actually take you 8 hours to rest.
Okay.
You just get the benefits of a long rest.
And,
But yeah, go ahead.
Dwarven brandy cask. And definitely pours himself and anyone else who would like one for Ulmor and Hannibal. Shelrin, if one.
She will take one, and she'll actually pass you her flask to fill it up.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. And he says, the benefits of Zargon's Tavern. Here we go. And throws the swig back and has a round all around. And with that, everyone receives a temporary hit point. So with Dwarven Brandy, you get this. For flair. But anyway. Yes.
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, you don't get the temporary hit points since you all have more than. Well, actually, Hannibal will get one temporary hit point because everyone else has more than one temporary hit point.
Everyone feels like they've got a temporary hit point after drinking that strong brandy, but yes, Hannibal's good to go.
All right. So let's see. That's 12 out of 15, 95. Let me double check something here real quick because we are going to be moving you over to another map. As you've traveled for a little while, about 2 miles on foot, like I said, probably not that, from where you started, definitely winding down a good 2 miles. And you see, as you're traveling, a narrow side passage intersects the main tunnel. Sloping downwards to the south, you see that a trail of blood leads into the side passage. Let me move everyone over to this other map here. You should see your characters right here. Again, for those watching, you're seeing my view as the DM. So you're going to be seeing things that I see that the characters can't necessarily see at the moment. Go ahead and adjust I think everybody's hit points should be all adjusted, right? Yep.
Ulmor still has 95 out of 103 on my screen.
Yeah, he does. But he just hasn't applied his long rest yet.
Yeah, just hit the long rest button. It'll spin it all up.
But also keep in mind, actually, no, everybody does have one temporary hit point, not 15 anymore. Because with the benefits of the long rest, you do lose the 15 from her. So Ulmor does give everyone one temporary hit point. But she does have back her uses of everything to give you some more later on. You do see blood leading down into this passage here, Hannibal.
Okay.
Sharon whispers quietly a prayer to the gods that she follows and pops up a spell that she has as a class spell. A pass without trace.
Since I'm getting tired of getting surprised, not surprised the condition, but in general, I'm going to try out this new, tweaked, revamped, maybe exciting version of stone cunning.
Okay.
All right.
I
Within
assume
60 feet of you?
For 10 minutes within 60 feet of me, I'll have tremor sense.
Okay.
Stone can be natural or worked.
It is natural stone. You sense 3 figures. And you actually give me, what's your passive perception? You got a really high passive, don't you?
17.
Yeah, you can hear soft cries coming from the south, the direction of this tunnel here.
Okay, I will share that.
Sherilyn does whisper that she would suggest everyone take advantage of her pass without trace spell. So give
For
me a
sure.
group stealth check, please. Add 10 to your roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We will double check just to make sure that pass without trace does do the same thing with the new rulebook.
Ninja vanish.
This seems to be going back to the slow version. Spells. Okay, the changes to the spell from the 2024 Player's Handbook. Create concealing aura in 30 feet emanation for the duration. While in the aura, you and each creature you choose have a +10 bonus to stealth checks and leave no tracks. Oh, it took away that you can't be tracked. You can only be tracked by magic.
Mhm.
It took that specifically out of there now. But yes, so everyone add 10 to their stealth check. So a 26, a 33, a 33, and a 17. All right. You believe you are sufficiently quiet.
All right, so I point out to the group that down in this direction, I hear whimpering, crying,
Mm-hmm.
and anything else? No, right?
That's about it.
All right. Should we head towards the crying? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, Shae whispers before you start down. As you get there, no, you're fine.
Oh, okay.
We're just going to remove the lighting from the different stairs there.
Ah, gotcha.
To the west, you note that there are some of those creatures floating again, hovering above the floor, which is why you did not detect them with your tremor sense. But they have not taken note of you since your group stealth check succeeded as well as it did.
So I touch Ulmer's arm, point down to the west, and gesture, go fight or walk on, pointing in the direction
You
of the
guys are
cries.
9th level. You've been with each other since the beginning, since you were first level adventurers. You can definitely make out signals between one another now.
Okay, so Ulmor then he'll wink at Hannibal, and then he'll point back at Phelix. He'll go like a big boom sound, boom. Like doesn't make a sound, but he just kind of winks.
Yeah, you definitely understand. You definitely get what he's saying.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. I wave to Phelix and call Phelix up and point to the west.
You'll have to step down. I was gonna say if you wanted him to see you stand where you're at, Hannibal, you'll have to step down one. There you go. Yeah, Felix, you should be able to see. There's a number of those creatures in the room that you just fought in the tunnels that we're wandering past.
All right.
And of course, that's just Ulmor's for his own amusement. Following the dwarven brandy, he's thinking it would be cool to watch those things burn with the big fireball. But that's just his own inner amusement, So you'd have to take that with what it is, as he's signaling to try to do something.
Let's see. Could make it poison instead.
That's true. Poison ball.
Poison ball.
What?
And we know they
You do know that
Don't.
they're
they aren't resistant to poison.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna do a poison ball in that area.
So before you roll that, I'm going to ask your group what you would like to do, because casting the spell, they're not going to be surprised anymore. So we can either roll initiative, and they'll have disadvantage on their initiative roll, or you can cast the spell, and then everybody rolls initiative as normal. What would you like to do? They'll all answer at once.
I thought you were asking Phelix.
No, I was asking
That's
all
what-
of
that's
you.
what I thought too.
What would you like to do? You want to go off first and everybody rolls initiative as normal, or do you want to roll into the initiative, and then they will have disadvantage, and then when it comes to Felix's turn, he can cast the spell? I'm asking because he doesn't have a subtle spell.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So they would definitely know that when the fireball goes off, they wouldn't have surprise anymore when they roll initiative. Is what I'm saying. Your decision. What would you like to do? Just roll into initiative and then cast a spell when it comes to him?
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I would say do it that way.
Okay.
Roll into the.
All right, so they're going to have disadvantage since they're surprised. So go ahead and everyone select your token and roll initiative for me. And then they will have disadvantage. They will go on 10. And Hannibal, you're up first.
So then I just pass my turn to Phelix, or pass my turn.
Ready in action or anything of that nature?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Ulmor.
Okay. If he's gonna do that, I'm just going to pull out a javelin and let's see. It's Ulmor and Shellrain. Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw a javelin at this guy.
Well, keep in mind that that if you do that,
they
they
will
will
lose their surprise initiative.
Yes, because right now they don't know you're there, so they're not going to act on their turn.
No. Okay. So I'll pull out a javelin, getting ready to throw at this
Okay.
guy.
What's your trigger for your ready to action?
As soon as the fireball goes off.
Okay. Sharon is going to just hold tight and take the dodge action. The Grells do nothing because they're not aware of your presence yet. Felix, go ahead.
All right. That's a DC 17.
Go ahead and pull the
For their
template out for me,
dex
if you would, to place it in your line of sight.
All right. Right there.
Nice.
All right. And go ahead and roll
Embark.
that beautiful bean footage. Whew. That is
23.
poison damage.
Yep.
All right, we're going to roll for the first one here. Dexterity save. Will fail, taking 23 poison. The next one. Will fail, taking 23 poison. Attempting its dex save. Taking 23 poison.
Excellent.
And another one will attempt his dex save. Failing.
Over
To take
4.
23 poison. All right. Anything else for Phelix? Any movement?
Yeah, I think I'm going to slip down this tunnel a little bit, just past Hannibal.
Okay. Top of the second round, Hannibal, you are up. They definitely know you're here now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, doesn't Ulmor get his?
Oh yeah, ready to action. Yes. Ulmor, go ahead and throw your javelin.
Oh, sorry, wrong one. There we go.
Oh!
There you go. At the front one or the back one?
This one, the front one.
Okay. For 12 piercing. Nice.
No rage. Yeah.
All right, Hannibal.
Blast is off, right?
Correct.
Correct. And the fire's gone.
The poison is gone, yes.
So, what poison? I'm immune. Ha! I'm gonna move up and take a swing with Hugh.
You do see
Trying to replicate
you do
what
see
Ulmor did.
a fourth one down in the corner there.
Okay. I will try to replicate what Ulmor did. Take a big swing, like my Hugh was the spider staff on the last fight.
19 will hit.
Shoot.
And I will Hugh again.
That will miss.
Since I have found my refocus, I will flurry of blows. The one in front of me to start.
Okay, that will hit. That will finish that one off.
Better than my stinking Hugh for damage. And I'll step up here for my second flurry of blows, and I will
Hit.
flurry.
Got it.
That was a bonus action. Okay, that should be it.
All right, Ulmor.
First thing, bonus action, rage. And then run in.
You can use your instinctive pounce if you wanted to.
Instinctive pounce.
Yeah. It allows you
Okay.
to move. I believe instinctive pounce allows you to. It's a feature from Tasha's.
Oh,
Oops. I also think it's just a flat thing for. It's actually base kit now. As part of the bonus action you take to enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed.
okay.
So you can
Nice.
rage, and part of that you can move up to half your speed, and then you can finish your movement to get to them. You might have enough movement to get there anyway. Just wanted to let you know.
Okay.
And which one are you attacking?
The one directly in front of me.
Okay.
Straight line. It's he gets tunnel vision when he rages, so
Mm-hmm.
smacking it with the spider staff.
That will hit.
Oops, still have the bless on.
No
Sorry.
release. 23 will still hit. Yep.
Get that all. What if there's a macro where you can just hit bless and rage?
You could always make one.
Yeah, it'd be cool. So I don't have to keep going to the character sheet.
Sure. Yeah. We'll show you how to make that.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll your damage though for the first one.
Oh, sorry. There we go.
+2 rage, so 13. Oops, this one here. And your second attack will hit as well for another 13. End of turn.
End of turn. Yes.
Shae runs up.
How is it getting the 13?
Your rage damage, your extra 2 points.
Oh.
Um,
That's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, you should be able to. Here, let's do that real quick. We can easily do that for you. Let's go to your character sheet. We open your character sheet. Oops, we close the bad guys folder. Open the good guys folder. You'll have to do this yourself to add it to your macro bar.
Okay.
But you should be able to go to your rage damage where it says global modifier damage, and you should be able to drag that down to your macro bar. Just grab it, and it'll on your core page. Go to your core page. And where right down below where it actually has all of your attacks and all stuff like that, you'll see your global damage modifier.
Yes.
Click on that and hold it and roll it down on the 2 rage where it says 2 there.
Yes.
Drag that down. It'll pop up a macro bar for you at the bottom of your character sheet. And then it should add it to your macro bar.
Yep.
And then you just have to rename it because it gives you like a really, really crazy long name. And then what you can also do for Bless is should be able to select the Bless there and drag that down to your macro bar and the global attack modifier above there.
Boom.
And then you should be able to rename it, of course, and then click on Bless. There you go. So you can use that for your saves and your attacks when you are blessed. And you click on your rage, that'll show your rage. Yep. There you go.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. All right, Cheryl moves forward there. She's going to cast a Soul of the Dead on the one right beside Ulmor to the west. It is going to attempt its wisdom saving throw. Wow. She looks very disappointed because she seems to never be able to get her Soul of the Dead through. The creatures are up.
Very wise.
This one is going to move over here to Shaelrin. And we have one on Ulmor and one on Hannibal. First, one on Shaelrin first. Attacking with his tentacles. Will hit. Doing 10 piercing, so she's just going to take 9 because she's going to lose the 10 hit points first. And then she will need to make a DC saving throw, DC 11 con save. She makes that, so she is not paralyzed, but she is grappled. And then it will have advantage on its beak attack against her. An AC of 20 will actually hit. Her AC is only 19, so she will take an additional 4 piercing. The one on Hannibal will attack Hannibal. AC of 17 will miss Hannibal with his AC of 19, so it will take its beak attack, which will hit for 7 piercing. So 6 normal, and then you'll lose your temp. This one down here is going to attempt to tentacles Ulmor. Did not attack recklessly, but it does hit with a 22. So take 2 piercing damage, Ulmor. So 1 of the temps and then 1 regular damage. And then please give me a Constitution saving throw. Oof. So you are poisoned, which means you are paralyzed.
Okay.
You can make an attempt to saving throw at each end of your turns to end the effect on you on a success. And you are also grappled. So it does have advantage on its beak attack against you. 16 is still going to miss you. Phelix, you are up.
All right. Move to here. This one here looks really hurt. This is the one that's holding on the Ulmor, correct?
Correct.
I'm just going to hit it with a Mind Sliver.
Okay.
So it's a DC 17
Hit save.
int save.
It will fail.
And take 4 psychic damage.
Leaving it with a pixel.
Um.
Do 1 more damage to it somehow.
If I had a way. I don't think I do. Actually, what was it? There was something I just was fixing up.
Sure.
Nope. That's an action. Action. That's a spirit shroud's bonus action, but I don't have I can't get over to it, so. Nope, that looks like it's it for me for now.
All right. Top of the round, Hannibal.
Present. The one in front of me. Looking at, I'm going to hew.
That will hit.
Nice. Assume it has more than 10 hit points. I will hew again.
That will unfortunately miss.
Scream and rage. Not barbarian rage, just general angry monk rage.
Just general angst.
I'm going to drop a focus point and throw 2 punches.
Missing. Hitting. Okay, Ulmor,
that's me.
you're up.
All right.
It does have you grappled, but probably for not much longer.
It's got me grappled. It's trying to do whatever it wants to do and
Yeah,
bite me.
grappling means that you just have a movement of 0. You are not. Your attacks aren't encumbered by it, so you still have your normal attacks.
Spider staff swing.
That will hit, killing that one. Before we take our next attack, it is time for an ad break. So when we come back, we'll let you take your second attack. Everyone watching, feel free to stand up, stretch your legs, use the restroom, grab some snacks, refresh your beverages, and we will see you on the other side of the ad break. So stick around. We'll be back in just a few. And we're back on this side of the ad break. Again, thank you, Zargon Tavern. That was 20 gifted subs, plus that got 4 extra gifted subs on there for September. Very much appreciated. And we were in the middle of combat, and Ulmor was up. And Ulmor, you may take your second attack. I'm getting a little bit of buzz from you, Hannibal. A little bit of feedback.
Oh,
Huh.
okay.
That's crazy.
And so, Ulmor, go ahead and take your next attack. 24 will hit. And that will kill that creature off, leaving only one of them remaining. Need movement.
Oh yeah. Looking for the next target. Steps right up and will get ready for another swing.
All right, Sharon is up. She is going to attempt. She's actually not going to attempt anything. She's going to go ahead and try to kill the deadly creature. Maybe. There we go. Ooh. It's going to fail, taking 19 points of necrotic damage. Whew. The grill is up. It is going to attack her with its beak at advantage. It is going to hit for 8 piercing. Felix, you're up.
Let's use a cantrip I've never used before. Why not? Lightning lore. I think I got it. Nope, I didn't put it in there. Create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice that you can see within 15 feet. It is within 15 feet.
It will attempt a strength save. Your DC is 17.
Yep.
It will save.
I'm gonna go look at this hole that I found. I'm gonna stay there.
All right, top of the round, Hannibal.
All right, I will scooch up one. Looking at the one that has Shaelrin grappled. Swing Hue. Downward cleaving motion.
That will hit. Almost slaying the creature.
Let's bring it back up. Trying to knock its beak off.
That will hit. And indeed, slicing its beak from its bulbous, brain-shaped skull. The creature falls to the ground, dead, taking you out of combat and releasing Shaelrin from the grapple. Looking about the room, you see that there's lots of stalagmites and stalactites all around the area. It's a fairly tall chamber, about 20 feet in height. Many of the stalagmites and stalactites broken, littering the floor with some fairly sharp stones. Nothing that was really going to hinder you too much in the room with your movement speeds and such like that. They don't do any damage either. But there is, of course, the chasm to the south, Felix, that you can see.
Yeah. Walk down, see how deep that is, or estimate how deep that is.
You see the passage drops to a chasm 15 foot wide and about 30 foot deep. And again, as you got closer here, you can hear faint sounds of sobbing echo from the chasm's south side over here. Exactly. And what's your pass? You got passes of 18, don't you?
Yes, I do.
It does, the chasm's walls are fairly sheer, but you can see there's some sort of silver glinting at the chasm's bottom.
I think. Let's see.
You haven't taken any damage, right?
No, I was gonna say we've made some noise, so that's not gonna be a problem. I was just gonna cast Mage Hand.
Give me 1 second here. Let me check out the new healer feat. Because Shaelrin is going to have each one of you expend a usage of your healer feat, or your healer kit. And she gets the benefit called Battle Medic. She'll use the Utilize action. And you may, and here's how the new healer feat works. You may expend one of your hit dice. And you also can add your proficiency bonus to that roll. So Hannibal, you could spend a was it D8 or D10 for you? What is it?
D8.
So you can spend a D8 and add your proficiency bonus, which I believe is +3 now?
+4?
+4 at 9th level?
That's what the sheet says. I don't think I've ever changed it.
There you go. It'll automatically update for you. So go ahead and roll a d8 plus 4 if you want to expend that. And then go ahead, Dodson, if you wanted to roll for Ulmor, a d12 plus 4. And then remove one of your
Hit dice.
hit dice, yes. But with the healer feat, she also has a new ability, which is healing rerolls. Whenever she rolls a die to determine the number of hit points she restores the spell, with this feat's battle magic benefit, she can re-roll that die if it rolls a 1. Nice. Maximum for Ulmor. And then for her, die 8 as well, plus 4. So she'll get 10 back. Not too bad. And she is no longer grappled. You want to use your mage hand?
Yeah.
Okay. Can't really tell what it is from this distance, however, just so you know.
You said it's down in the
Yes, down at the bottom of the chasm, which is about 30 feet deep.
Alright, well, as long as it's not more than 10 pounds, I should be able to pull it up.
Unless it's stuck. You can
Is
attempt
it
it if
just,
you wish.
is it stuck under some rocks? I can possibly move those around.
Sure.
Got a minute worth of the spell, so.
Sure. Using your mage hand, you're able to move some of the rocks around, and you note, as you pick it up with your mage hand, it does seem to be a book or a journal.
Alright, and I'll just pull it up to me.
As you do, you note that it does have a silver book plate on its cover. Unfortunately, the majority of the journal is ruined. You do note that it bears the name Thorgrim Ironquill, historian.
That name sounds familiar.
Indeed, that's where you met Rivabiddle in the tomb of Thorgrim Ironquill. The majority of the journal is stained and waterlogged and such like that. Only a few pages of the journal remain. Flipping through them includes rumors of rising mind flayer activity beneath the Sword Mountains. And it does, from Thorgrim's point of view, it says that he plans to spy on a mind flayer stronghold called Elithanok, deep underground. He hopes this information will allow him to warn nearby dwarven enclaves, including the Temple at Talhundreth.
Alright, I will bring the book into the room with the others.
You do note that easily that Rivabiddle, or who is staying in Phandelver as well, or Gwen or Song both will probably give you about 900 gold for the book alone.
Alright, and you said it's water damaged, it's not still wet, is it?
No.
Okay. Alright.
And again, you still hear the sobbing to the south. Hannibal, you hear it in that room, from that room too.
Alright. I'll point out that I hear from down here. What are we gonna do, Felix?
Well,
It seems that they're
here's
scared,
the,
Sheldon says, and she starts slowly making her way through the broken pieces.
and seeing as there's stairs down there, it seems a bit easier to go this way than across the 30-foot deep chasm.
As Sheldon gets to the end, she gasps.
Oh, Phelix, run!
The air in this cavern has a mineral tang to it. You do note that in the southeast corner, a pool of dark water lies behind a low wall of stalagmites. Inside, you do note 3 despondent commoners from Phandelver. You recognize them from the names on your lists. Can you pull up your lists from your journals? Hey, Norse Wrecker, welcome back.
Dismissing townsfolk.
You do note, you recognize them from the town? The Sawyer's named Oscar Ninebow. And there are 2 sisters there, Cathlet and Ada Camber, who were minors. And Oscar and Cathlet were engaged to be married. And they definitely seem to be out of sorts, definitely. I mean, they just seem to have lost all hope. Is there anything you would like to do to try to calm them down or anything of that nature? Shae will immediately walk over to the 2 sisters and will attempt a persuasion check to calm them down. She does not have calm emotions prepared, unfortunately.
Ulmor will like to, he'll pull out his lute
Okay.
and attempt to play a soothing tune for them and just do a, maybe not really sing an entire song, but maybe just do a low hum and kind of just calm them down.
Okay, go ahead and give me a performance check. Do it with advantage.
Okay.
Or I should say with, I'm sorry, I should say with guidance. Shae will give you guidance.
All right.
Oh,
54.
yes. Nice. 28. That calms the other 2 down as well. And after you calm them down, they're like, the helping hands of Phandelver have found us. Thank the gods, thank the gods.
Yeah.
Oscar kind of gets to his feet and walks over to Cathlet. Like, oh, truly you are heroes. How did you find us?
Well, we've got a dwarf with us. And I just kind of nudge Hannibal for him. Like, you take the credit.
What
We're
happened?
underground in the stone.
Jalen says, what happened? How did you get here? And they go on to tell you the story of what happened. Oscar says, many of the townsfolk were kidnapped by these mental goblins, the odd ones with the elongated heads, and they herded us through an underground tunnel. There were several other victims and more goblins, but we were in the rear of the group here because I do have an old leg injury that does slow me down a bit while moving. Of course, that delay plainly frustrated the goblins in the rear guard, and I believe the other townsfolk and goblins have gone ahead. And then both the sisters, Ada and Cathlet, continue on. Yes, these flying tentacle creatures suddenly attacked, killed several of the goblins, and that's probably where you saw the bloodstains. And the monsters grabbed the corpses as well as the 3 of us and whisked us here to this small cave complex. They ate the goblins and then deposited the 3 of us back here. Just can only assume that they were saving us to eat later because of having gold for the goblins.
They were going to eat you?
We believe so, yes.
Well, you're safe now. Don't worry. We'll do our best to get you out of here. All in one piece. Mostly.
Yes, we've been trying to find a way across the chasm. I mean, we've been here for I don't know how long. What day was it when you came? You left Phandelver.
Oh. Well, we just left this morning.
Yes, but what is the date? And you're able to give them the date, and with that, they can let you know that they've been here for a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
They've been trying to weave some of their clothing. You note that some of them are, a little bit down to their undergarments and stuff like that. But they've been trying to get and weave their clothes together to kind of create a rope to try to get across the chasm, but without any success whatsoever.
Ulmor, he noticed them trying to be modest, and he'll take out his bedroll and take his blanket out, and he slices it and kind of a makeshift kind of tunic there so they can cover themselves.
Okay.
Warmer.
Keep in mind the undergarments are like, Western style undergarments, like long johns and stuff.
Right.
Little flap in the back.
Yeah, he just cuts a hole in the top of it so they can just put it on their head like a show.
We're definitely thankful for that. Are you ready to take us back to town?
Well, yes, I think we should. We don't really want to get too far down here with you guys. How many more were down here with you? Do you know of anyone else that you explained it before? But
Yeah, they actually start naming off some of the names in the missing townsfolk, your handout there. They knew that Thonia was there, Nalpina, Mildra, I believe we saw Shansa and Hovnar as well. I think maybe Menvin, Umil, Ramble.
how long ago?
We've been here for a couple of days, so perhaps maybe 3 days ago when they passed.
Okay. Well, we must make haste then. What should we do? Should we take them back now, and then come back and continue on, or should we?
You can show us the path. We can make our way ourselves, but we prefer, of course, to be escorted back. Oscar's in no shape for fighting, and neither are we, Ada says. You see that Cathlet and Oscar are kind of huddled together, him kind of comforting her from the fright and such like that. You hear him whispering back into her, like, they've saved us, we'll get back, we'll be able to marry finally.
Ooh.
She knew that they were engaged.
Okay. All right. Well, how healthy are you? Can you walk? Otherwise, I could carry one or two of you.
If we have some rations, I'm sure that would be enough for us to gather our strength and be able to make our way back to the surface. If you point us in the right direction.
Oh, sure. And I've got 5 rations, and I will give them 3.
Okay.
One each.
I have plenty of rations to share.
Okay. You do note when you first give them the first set of rations, they just devour them. Probably haven't eaten, of course. Just also depending on how many days the goblins had them captured before they started leading them down into the Underdark as well. Pretty much beneath your noses the whole time in the cellar of the sleeping giant.
Mm-hmm.
Bastard goblins.
Oh, yes. Well, we've been trying to take care of all of the goblins, and we've discovered that there's more to it than just those goblins. And we won't bore you with the details, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sharon does put her hand on your shoulder.
yeah, I feel
And
that.
whispers, I might not want to frighten them, she says.
Oh, yes. Okay. So yeah, that's Some of the goblins, they like flowers, and we like to take them and show them the flowers, and they change their minds, so they're not so bad. But we'll take you closest to the surface we can.
Well, if you want, Shaelrin says that she can escort them to the surface if you want to press on.
Uh, but of course, yes, that would be good. Well, we can meet you when you get back. We won't go too far without you.
Because I think, though, it might be best for us all to take a rest before we head on.
Agreed.
So go ahead and take the benefits of a short rest.
Okay. Oh, yes. So Ulmor asked Shaelrin if she's planning on going all the way back to town, or if she's just taking him to the surface.
Taking them to the surface, which is right there in the middle of the cellar. Yeah.
To the all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's going to go up out of
But
there.
before she does, she will go ahead and use her amulet of the devout and bring up a twilight sanctuary before she leaves you all during that short rest.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let's give us 10 rolls. There you go. So everyone will have 15 temporary hit points in her absence as she's taking them to the surface. Which will obviously, of course, help them as well. Go ahead.
Is she going? Are we going to rest and then she's going to take them?
Yes.
All right. So while we're resting, since I don't need to rest right now,
Okay.
I'm going to ritual cast Rary's telepathic bond for the four of us, and just in case, might as well, I'm going to do water breathing,
Okay.
also for the four of us. And I think rare is we should be able to keep in contact, communication. Communication is possible over any distance, though it can't extend to other planes of existence. So as long as we're on the same plane of existence, we can communicate to each other.
Okay. So for the next hour, I should be able to do that at the
Yep.
end of the short rest. Yeah.
Yeah. Water breathing is 24 hours. So
How many people will water breathing affect?
Up to 10 willing creatures.
Okay, so you can get all of the group.
Yep. And I'll also do comprehend languages on myself just to have that available in case that's something that might come up.
Okay. So at the end of the short rest, since you don't have to do that, you can finish those up towards the end of everyone's short rest. Shaelrin will go ahead and head out, taking Ada, Oscar, and Cathlet back to the surface. So go ahead and take the benefits of your short rest, and then you can make your way out of the chambers and back into the tunnels.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and move your token here, Ulmor. Yeah, you guys, no, you're fine. Everyone's fine. Nope. Let me move them. Stop moving them.
Yep.
I'm just going to move you all at the same time. I need to switch Phelix and Ulmor around. You travel on through the tunnel, heading even further down. How are you traveling down there? Are you going to be sneaking yourselves, or are you just going to be traveling at a normal pace, just being wary?
Oh, I think we should sneak.
Okay.
Well, it's a long Regular corridor, like
Yep. Again, just the same tunnel. Every once in a while, I see small cracks in the tunnel walls, but looking through with your dark vision and such like that, you can see that they don't go anywhere. Just like natural cracks. And
tunnel. In that case, I think we should just go at a normal pace, but not run, make too much noise.
all right. So let me move your tokens here real quick. Just zoom out here a little bit. Let's make sure that we have update on drop. Okay, perfect. As you're traveling through, another couple of hours passes by. Perhaps maybe you're traveling in maybe another 3 miles, you estimate, with the orb of direction and your knowledge of underground passages, Hannibal. And you come up to this little, what appears to be some sort of intersection, a tunnel going off the main tunnel. As you can see, the main tunnel continues down here to the south. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay. And you see the stone in this area seems to be badly scoured and scorched. The smell of ozone hangs in the air. You note that a wide passage does lead to the east.
Ooh, definitely sneak now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a group stealth check, please.
Ugh.
Come on, Phelix.
Nice. We have a successful group stealth check. All right, you can start. You guys, both Hannibal and both Phelix and Ulmor kind of motion to Hannibal that he's being a touch loud, and with the group check are able to all work together to start moving forward stealthily. So when you're moving, only move half your movement speed since you're stealthy. Again, you note that there is a passage to.
Investigate that passage.
Also note, I was going to say real quick, you also note, Hannibal, that there does seem to be some sort of small enclosure to the north. It kind of goes a little bit to the northwest, right? Small, not enclosure, a smaller tunnel.
I point to this hole and I tell Ulmor we could probably fit Phelix in there if we had to.
Yeah, it's only a few feet in diameter, the natural opening.
We could definitely fit Phelix in here if we had to.
If we have to, Phelix, you want to fit into that hole?
I'll come over here and might as well take on another use of my stone cunning / tremor sense before we go much further.
Okay. You do sense to the northeast. I'm sorry, directly to the east. You sense a slight rumbling, almost like a snoring. Like the ground shakes every once in a while. And it stops. Then it shakes every once in a while. Stops. So there's probably something sleeping to the east. You sense, that's all you sense.
Interesting.
What's interesting, Hannibal?
What do your dwarven feet sense, my friend?
Something snoring, and I. Yeah, something snoring. I think.
Ulmor looks down and sees and rubs his belly to make sure what his stomach was growling.
Stomach was growling.
No, you just ate on a short rest with the townsfolk.
Yeah. He's confused about this, but sure. All right. I think you should listen to Hannibal and go in that hole, Felix, and check it out.
All right, I'll take a quick peek.
I've got this cool spell I'd like to cast on you. And I go, boom. And I cast invisibility on Felix.
Nice.
How'd you do to him? Where'd he go?
I made him invisible. I've been wanting to try for a long time. I just never have saw the need for it because I didn't want to be invisible.
Gotcha.
All right, so now here's the invisibility condition for the new rules. While you have the invisible condition, you experience the following effects. Surprise, if you're invisible when you roll initiative, you have advantage on your initiative roll. If you're concealed, if you aren't affected by any effect that requires its target to be seen, you aren't affected by any effect that requires its target to be seen unless the effect's creator can somehow see you. Any equipment you're wearing or carrying is also concealed. Attack rolls against you have disadvantage, and your attack rolls have advantage. If a creature can somehow see you, you don't gain this benefit against that creature. That is the current invisible condition in the new rules. Post that into the chat for you. Post that to the viewer chat. Which?
Right. Yeah. Whispering, he'll say, just tell us what's up in there, Felix. We'll keep an eye out down south.
So Felix, go ahead and give me another stealth roll. You do have an advantage on this. Nice, okay.
Hi.
Alright. Make my way slowly.
And since I can hear you,
Hold tight.
Ulmor in his mind he says, "What do you see, Felix?"
Oh yes, you can talk. You can't talk to one another. So you can hear. You can easily describe this to them, Felix, as you get around there. This white cave is barely 5 feet tall. Lurking here are 3 monsters that look like they're floating brains with beaks. Against the north wall lies a moldy backpack. You can definitely tell that one of the Grell, again, these creatures being Grell, does seem to be a leader type of some sort. They do seem to be chittering away at each other with their own language.
Alright.
So do me a favor and pop in for comprehend languages.
There we go. For the duration, you understand the literal meaning.
Yes, you can hear what they're speaking to one another. They're like, it's about time to hunt, but there's the great leader, the great eater to the south. We'll have to use the small chamber, the small tunnel to exit here if we want to eat. Hopefully we won't disturb him when we return.
I will mentally relay relay what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So there's So they're all three the same thing, just this one looks slightly more
This one looks
weird.
slightly different. I'll show it to you. Hold on a second. Pull up the character sheet. There we go. And I will show you the image. It should have a handout for the image.
Ah, okay, that's why it's
Definitely see the tendrils. Very similar to the tendrils that were coming out of your the townsfolk.
How? Alright.
And then,
And as I noted, you do see that there's a moldy backpack against the north wall.
that's where about is that? Is that?
Right here
I
by
don't
you.
see one. Oh, right by me. Okay.
How many are there? There are
Three of them. Yes, three of them.
And one of them is a big brain weirdo.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't pick something up and make it join me in the invisibility. Correct? If I'm reading the spell right?
What now?
So it says a creature you touch becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. But that doesn't mean that I can pick up the backpack
Correct.
and it becomes invisible.
Let's go ahead and look at the new rules for the invisibility, see if they changed that. For the spell.
Attacks effect, it's concealed surprise.
It's invisibility
There's
spell.
nothing.
Creature touched has invisible condition until the spell ends. The spell ends early. Immediately after the target makes an attack roll, deals damage, or casts a spell.
Alright, so picking up the backpack doesn't.
Correct. It would just be a floating backpack.
Alright.
I will note one other thing. It does seem as if they are preparing to leave to go hunt.
And they said they're going to take the tunnel, which is what I
The
just.
way you came in, yes.
Do I try and cram myself into this little hole and let them go by me? Or do I go back down the tunnel? I think I'm going to go back down the tunnel.
Okay. You haven't done anything to break your stealth yet, so I'm not going to make you make another check.
Alright, I'm come out here. Ulmor seems to have vanished off my screen. Either that or I'm on top of him. Never mind, I'm on.
If I may, Phelix. Can't see you, but
They're planning on coming. I'm going to talk through the telepathic bond. So they're planning on coming back through the tunnel. We can wait and ambush them. They said something about great eater or leader. It was either eater or leader. It's eater.
Yes, eater.
Okay. To the south, I think I saw some stairs past them.
You did?
That I'm assuming leads to another chamber that the thing that you said Hannibal is possibly in. Whatever this great eater is. They're coming this way to hunt at some point. I don't know how long they're going to be. No, we can probably probably ambush from here.
All right. Well, we can hide over here. Well, you're already hiding, Felix, wherever you are. And then if they come out, we can just get them. I don't want to wake whatever's snoring over there.
Right. I think any combat's could possibly wake it, but out here is better than in that room.
So we want to wait till they.
So your options are you can hide out here, and you could probably even hide down here for them to leave, and then you can find out what the Great Eater is they're speaking about. Deal with that before they return, and then deal with them on their return. Or you can, as mentioned, as Ulmor mentioned, making noise and fighting them would definitely most likely draw the attention of whatever this Great Eater is they're speaking of. But again, as Phelix mentioned, you'll at least not be in the cramped quarters of that room. Those are your options.
Unfortunately, we don't know which way they're going to plan to go on their way out. They could go down this way, or they could come up towards where Ulmor and Hannibal are.
Well, you're still invisible for another hour. Do you want to creep down to the south?
That's what I was going to suggest. Ulmor says, "Oh, Felix, you'll see what
I
else."
can do that.
We'll hide right here and wait. And if they come out, we'll attack them, and then we'll say a code word. We'll say "Booyah," and that means you come back and help us.
All right.
Perfect.
Uh, 15 feet at a time, moving some speed.
Alright, moving down into that area, you see an enormous nest of crushed rocks, reptile scales, and lightning-scoured bones. Occupies a depression in its cavern's northwest wall. Resting in the nest is a massive serpentine monster.
All right.
What the? As Felix is mentally describing this thing with all of these legs.
And Felix, you also note that this area right back over here would be out of the line of sight of the creatures exiting if they exited out that tunnel. And you do note that the stairs you saw before on the opposite side are over here in the northeastern corner of this room.
Yep. Alright, I will relay that I found a hiding spot. They're not going to come down this way. But, there's a big thing down here, and I can definitely see why they might call it an eater. So if we all hide down here, wait for them to leave, we can then go up and around and check out where they've been or take care of this thing.
Okay, Hannibal, let's go. Let's go hide with Felix.
I'm in.
Alright, so Ulmor and Hannibal, please give me another group stealth check between the two of you.
Okay.
Keep in mind,
Heroic inspiration, please.
using heroic inspiration, alright. Same thing for you, Ulmor?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna go ahead and do it. Stealth check.
Alright, 19 or 14. You're able to make it down. Let me just go ahead and move you down over here. You're able to make it down over here, near Phelix. He obviously very easily know where he's at. You can see the creatures, and the hiding spots he's talking about is right here. Shortly, just as you move, Hannibal, you see the creatures kind of leaking out of that little tunnel, making their way out into the Underdark to hunt.
Oh,
Whew. Are they gone, Phelix?
is this thing definitely asleep?
Yes.
Okay.
Next course of action.
Okay.
Hmm.
Are we gonna take this thing on? Let's do it.
My apologies, Felix. The backpack was on the other wall opposite them. My apologies.
Okay. Do we want to try and kill it? Or do we want to just try and sneak around it? There's, I saw a backpack of some sort at the top of those stairs over there.
Well,
Well, I tell you what, Felix, I can. Let's see. Hold on. What's the range? Oh, never mind.
He's invisible for, you can concentrate on that spell for an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you want to send him back up through the small tunnel?
Since they're gone, why don't you go up there, Felix, and just come back with the backpack? I don't want to mess with that big ugly thing. But I am curious though. If we do kill it, we could cook it and see how it tastes. But it'd be a tough fight, and we don't have Sheldon with us. We do have a little. I'm feeling a little, a little strong right now. But oof, that thing's got a lot of legs.
Yeah.
Go get the backpack, see what it is, and then we can decide whether we want to do it or not.
Yes, we might want to raise this. Says he casts Fireball at 8th level.
do it.
Oh yeah, DC raid boss. Nice.
Alright.
Yeah, I can go,
Yeah, you can make your way back up to the chamber. As you get up there over to the east wall, you can make up there no problem. Use the normal stealth check you had before, the 23. As invisible, you get over to the backpack. It's a kind of a moldy backpack, but investigating the pack, you do note that there seems to be cave writing on the wall behind, on the cave wall behind the pack.
alright. Comprehend languages. Any written language that I can see.
Oh, it's written in common, in partial phrases.
Oh, okay.
It says, Lithinok stronghold 7 miles downward. It also says, scrawled in notes on there as well, beware the Elder Brain's attention. You also see significant mind flayer general is Ashundo, wears a high-colored scarlet robe. Another statement, but more of a question in this one. It says, mind flayers preparing to move against Gibbet Crossing? It says, I stole one of their mind crystals. Are there more? It may be useful to the priests at Talhundredth. This obviously seems to be Thorngren Ironquill's pack.
Mm-hmm.
Looking inside the pack, you note that it contains only leather scraps and an odd-looking crystal.
It could be one of the mind crystals. The mind crystal is talking about leather scraps.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, just leather scraps. They're not worth anything.
Okay. I'm going to take the pack.
Okay.
I don't know that I want to touch the crystal.
Right, it's inside the pack.
Right. Well, no, I mean, I don't know if I want to, like, actually touch it, like, into crystal. So I will leave it in the pack and bring it with me.
As you remove the pack from the wall, you hear as it was holding up some of the rock against the back wall, and you hear growling the room below as the creatures awoken from a slumber. But we'll deal with that next week, as it is time to finish up the stream. So I think it's a really good, nice place to leave it at, as the beer is starting to awaken with you all here near the chamber. So we'll go ahead and stop there, and we'll pick us back up next week for episode 34. All right, great job, guys, great job. Of course, thank you, Zargon, for the 24 gifts and subs. That is amazing. Thank you all for the resubs, for your Prime subs as well. Very much appreciated. Again, thank you all for watching. It is just amazing that people would come in to watch us play D&D on Sunday evenings, and we very, very much appreciate you spending your time with us as well. Of course, thanks to all of our supporters, especially our patrons from Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron or subbing here on Twitch, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. We do love your Prime subs as well. Greatly appreciate that you would choose to use your free sub here on our channel. We definitely appreciate those who sub with Prime subs as well. Of course, the link to our Patreon page as well as our YouTube channel and all of our social media accounts can be found in the About Us section below here on Twitch. So if you would subscribe to us on YouTube, like and comment on the videos. We just had a massive amount of some of our past D&D games posted up on there, thanks to Design Lizard. If you would, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, give us some likes, retweets, all of that good stuff. Every sub, like, and share helps us immensely. If you want to stay in contact with us, go ahead and click on the About Us section below and hit the Discord panel to join the Master of Dungeons Community's Discord server, where you can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive D&D community. The merch store is also open. Anything you purchase from the merch store will directly help support the channel. Tomorrow we'll be back at 11 a.m. for Monday Bloody Monday. Playing some video games in the afternoon, and then Tuesday we'll be back for our Treasure Trove Tuesday, as well as our DM chat at the Treasure Trove Tuesday at 11 a.m. and then DM chat at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, both Eastern Time. But thanks for watching tonight. We are going to raid into another channel, so as soon as we go to our end credits there at the end, we're going to find someone to raid, and when we head over there, be sure to show them some love. So stick around for just a few moments, and we'll have that raid going. But until we talk to you next, stay safe, be careful, and as always, happy adventuring.